Let's make some baby headbands. So I'm using wool felt from Crafty Bellico. I'm using bright red and Kelly green. I'm using dye number 442 and a nylon headband. This dye is from Treto.com. So first we're gonna get our green leaves here, our green felt and our red felt. It's all double layered. We're gonna put it on top of our die. This die does fit the regular Big Shot. So you'll see me here rolling it through the regular Big Shot. Make sure I cut all my pieces. Once my pieces are cut out, you'll see the 2 roses and our 4 little leaves. We'll get rolling. So I start off with tweezers and I hand roll it all the way. You see, kind of do it kind of fast, but I'm going to slow it down here at the end because right here is where I cut off the base. So I like doing it like this. It's just easier. So see that little curve right there? I'm going to kind of go towards the curve and snip it right there. We're still going to use the bottom piece, but you'll see how I use it. So once we get here, we're going to add glue, but make sure you put the glue on not too close to the edge because you don't like glue seeping out because it's very hard to get glue off felt. So make sure you add glue, but you don't want it seeping out. So once that is done, we'll use our base and glue it on top of it. So here's the base, which you'll see. We're going to add hot glue right there. And we're going to put our rose on top of it. So we're still going to use that little piece right there. But we're going to have a little piece that kind of sticks out right there. We're going to snip that off because we don't need that. So that's how I make the rose. And I like making sure my center is visible. So now we're going to make our second rose. Now we're done with the second rose. We're going to do the leaves. I kind of add hot glue and squish together. Add hot glue and squish it together. And now we're going to put those 2 together. So add hot glue and squish those 2 together. And that's how I make the little leaves. So for the base, every base is different depending on how many roses or how many flowers you add. I kind of put my placement on to see how wide I need it to be. Once I know the width of it, I get my nylon headband and I slide it through and we're going to figure out how much we need. So I like kind of folding it over and a little bit wider than I need it. And then we're going to add our glue, but make sure we had no glue on top of the nylon headband. So the width, I measure it by the width of the rose. And that's how I know how wide I need it. And here you see me gluing it down, making sure I get no glue onto my nylon headband. And then we snip off the excess that we don't need. So that was the hard part. Now it's time just putting everything onto our felts. I like gluing my leaves upwards. So you see me adding glue right here and gluing my leaves facing upwards. That's how I glue my little leaves down. So next we're going to glue our rose. I like covering that little section right there. So I'm going to add hot glue and put that little section behind the leaves. Just like that, I'm going to do this process again onto the other side. And making sure we always can see our center. So here's the second rose, and then we're gonna add our little leaves. And this is how you make the little nylon headband. I use dye number 442 from Treto.com and Crafty Bellico wool felt